A very serious question for all of you right now. Is there anything better than the smell of freshly baked cinnamon buns right out of the oven? Yeah, I think not. Especially if they're made by Canada's queen of cinnamon buns, Amy Rosen! All right, Amy, I am so excited because she's going to bake for us the perfect pecan cinnamon buns today. But first, I have to ask you this. How did you know that you should spend your time in your life making cinnamon buns?
Well, I'm not likable by nature. And I found whenever I would make cinnamon buns, I would be everyone's favorite person. So I figured this is a really easy fix.
Yes.
Show up with cinnamon buns, you're a hero.
It actually works, and sometimes life really is that simple.
I think so.
People don't like me, let me bake.
Here you go.
I would argue that you are always the funniest person in the room. So
no,
with the cinnamon bun, it's like double duty happening here. So let's talk about how we start. How do we start with the cinnamon buns?
So imagine this kind of pecan cinnamon bun as kind of an upside down cake cinnamon bun. Yes. So there's an extra step that you might not be expecting.
Okay.
So I don't want you to worry.
Okay, I will not worry.
But we're going to start off with the dough, which I've already made ahead of time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we would have been here for an hour and a half. Again, making cinnamon buns is easy. It's just a bit of a process.
Right.
So to make the dough, you start in your stand mixer with warm milk, butter, yeast, and a bit of salt or sugar to activate it.
All my favorite things.
Mix it up, let it proof. Then you're going to add your flour.
Yeah.
And your eggs.
Yep.
And you're going to let it go.
I have the vision in my mind.
Okay.
Yes.
Knead.
Uh-huh.
Take it out, put it in a bowl, let it proof for an hour, punch it down, and here we are.
It's the punching part that I love. Okay, so here we are now. That dough's ready to go.
But before we roll that out, we're going to make the topping in the bottom of the pan that the buns are going to sit in before they bake.
Okay.
So into this pot, I'm going to put you to work.
Okay.
I'm going to show you that you can make easy caramel.
Do you have, like, can I use this?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want? Butter?
Butter.
So much butter.
You'll see, this is a caramel.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine with it.
Brown sugar.
Yeah. Oh.
Tracy, please be careful.
I'm gonna try.
Okay. Cinnamon.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Now, use the whisk.
Okay.
And it's going to come together.
Oh my gosh, it already smells so good.
I mean, just put butter and sugar on the stove.
Right?
And you don't even have to make the buns. You're already a hero. So if we had more time, this would start to get smaller and then larger bubbles after a couple of minutes.
Yeah.
It all comes together into a cohesive caramel.
Okay.
But this is fine as is. Now we're going to pour it into the bottom of the pan.
Okay. So now we have this all in the bottom.
Right? Pecans.
Do you care?
Do it.
Okay.
You could sprinkle, you could pour, whatever you want. So
It's
can we visualize what's happening?
To that. This is going to be the top of the cinnamon.
How much salt do you want?
Cinnamon bun. Of the cinnamon bun. Okay, just a little bit.
No brand names here, please.
Sorry.
Now we're going to roll
Amy is her
out
own brand.
the dough.
Yeah. Okay, so good.
Nice light
What do
dough.
I need to know about this? Is there anything, or do I just get to it?
We're going to roll out a rectangle.
Okay.
Do you want me to get it started?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely, I do.
Okay.
Did you punch it?
Did you give punched it? I got out all my aggressions.
Okay, good. It's the best part of baking. Tell me about when you had the Amy Rosen's Buns business, because you had a storefront.
Rosen Cinnamon Buns.
You used to get a huge order on Christmas. How many are we talking about?
Okay, so let's say a normal day is a couple hundred buns.
Yeah.
Christmas, people would put in pre-orders.
Yeah.
And it would be 2,000 buns.
2,000.
Yeah, and this is all handmade by me and my coworkers, right?
Oh my gosh.
So we really had to plan ahead.
Yeah.
So mostly women would come in and they'd say, thank you for doing it so that I don't have to.
Right.
Right? I remember one man, he came in and he said, I've just had open heart surgery, but do you mind if I come in and smell?
Oh,
and I'm like, go ahead. Would you like a coffee? Okay, that's good enough for now.
Okay.
So now what do we do?
Now we have to put some filling in it.
So now
Did I get that right?
Yes. So now we're going to take this bowl.
Okay.
And we're going to more pecans.
Yep.
More sugar.
Okay.
More cinnamon. See, it's a simple recipe.
It's simple when it comes to the ingredients. It's just the
Exactly.
putting it all together, and it's the time it takes with the dough and everything.
So softened butter.
Yeah.
Do you
Is
want
it
to spread?
soft?
It is.
Okay, good. So spread it all everywhere.
Butter these days is so weird. When you take it out of the wrapper, half of it sticks to the wrapper.
Oh,
now.
I know.
It's weird.
Well, with the price of it too, just lick the wrapper.
Don't
Don't let any of it go to waste.
Well, I actually use the wrapper to grease the pan.
Smart. That's
Okay.
very smart. Fill it up, Amy.
Okay.
Do we need this knife anymore?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna put this back here. Oh, that looks good.
Okay. And then we
Yeah,
roll.
there you go. And then we roll. Is
We
there any
roll.
kind of a science to the rolling?
Just tuck it in.
Yeah.
Try to keep it as even as possible.
Now, some people might think now comes the part where you do the cut, 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 cut. Do you cut it like that?
Yeah. But I have a special way.
How do you do it?
Just a little tip.
Okay.
Just to make them perfectly even, you cut in half.
Yeah.
Then you take each half.
Yeah.
And you cut those in half.
Smart.
Then you take each of the, I can't do the math anymore, but
Yeah,
then
yeah. I get it.
each half becomes 3.
That works. Very nice. So give it up for Amy Rosen, everybody, who is the queen of cinnamon buns. We put all of it in that beautiful topping, and it is going to be phenomenal. You can just walk me through what the next step would be. Does this need to rest, or
It's
would that
going to
go
rest
right?
for 20 minutes, and I'm
Okay.
putting it in the oven. And you'll see what happens after.
Okay, good stuff. We're going to check in on those buns throughout the show. And if you want some for yourself, find the recipe on cityline.tv.